your word on that. I never look at someone wearing a vest and go, oh, he looks like a mannequin. But
Well, it's a fitted vest, which is nice. So, you know, they're not even button checking. They're starting out right here, you know, on Smashville, Sonic versus Diddy Kong. Jakal, I mean, we're looking at a matchup that could potentially also go to Game 5, and a long one at that. You know, unless we're seeing unless we're seeing the likes of 6WX where it's just all aggro. I mean, you know, Jakal's definitely upping the ante here at least with a 52% unanswered.
Dill gonna go ahead and use the ledge jump option there. Gets caught by the spin dash and back air off the stage. Jakal tries to finish it as quickly as he possibly can, but unfortunately he's unable to find that hit. But it's not looking very good for Dill right now. Hasn't been able to find an opening in this neutral game to get some damage started.
Yeah, and you know it's frustrating too because, you know, this is an event in your region.
God.
You know that this is your stream that you helped set up. You're a part of it. You know, people have expectations. And again, like, do the underdogs have the advantage for, you know, being potentially of a lesser skill, or do they have all the advantage because there's less pressure on them to perform?
Hopefully, he's going to be able to find something here to get him in the game. Maybe a down tilt, tries to get one there. That's not going to find the mark either. Set up a ledge trap option here. Finally gets a throw. It's going to lead to one back air, but he has a lot to make up for it. Wait that out. Gets a double back air. It's looking good. Almost gets three. The forward is going to catch that tech in. And now Dill's been able to put on a respectable amount of damage and get himself to keep this starting to look competitive.
Yeah, I mean, 115 on Diddy Kong is nothing that specifically counts him out, especially with Dill full of tricks. But, you know, Jakal's sitting pretty nicely here.
Using the pop gun a little bit. Going to throw the banana down to threaten the spin dash.
And of course, we've heard of changes already coming in the next game, but we're not in the next game here. So Jakal has all the time in the world to hold down spin dash and condition a reaction off of Dill. I mean, that's part of it. Like some people might see that, you know, oh, he's just holding spin dash. What is he doing? What is he doing? But it's when he lets it go that makes all the difference. And he's letting it go at a different time each time.
Yeah, and even there, he's able to just wait because he had the banana peel on the floor. He's like, I'll just wait for it to disappear, but you're not going to do anything. Takes the time. And the moment he lets go is the moment that Dill picks it up.
Yeah, and it's a tie game now. Even though it wasn't a strong start for Dill, it's all about that composure and not getting tilted. So, you know, it's not about how much damage you do. It's about how many stocks you take, and they both whiff their grabs, spot dodging in each other's face, and using his banana against him. Jakal takes the first stock off an up throw.
Yeah, gonna go ahead.
Full rage.
Murder him on the quills, sending him all the way to the top of the blast zone, and then he's gonna go ahead and SD. So, you know, that happens to even the best of players. Sometimes you just got to spin dash off stage. But, I mean, great for Dill, who was struggling in the beginning here to get any damage now. Doesn't even have to worry about killing Jakal's first stock. Instead, gets to worry about his final stock here and see if he can get some mileage here instead.
Yeah, I mean, in this second stock, Dill's getting tossed up a little bit like the first, but he made a comeback, and these, combos on the platform, unable to get something started with down tilt. I mean, with the platform carrying you, so can down tilt.
Unfortunately for him, he might have been able to get a few claps in a row, but going to have to find a different way to get some damage here. Tries to get the read on the tech in, but we're going to see a tech away come from Jakal. Gets the read on the air dodge, but not the adequate punish. And now it's actually looking pretty decent for Dill here. He's adding a lot of pressure, but runs up to Jakal in his face and gets grabbed for it.
Flipped by the up air, but it's not enough. Dill definitely on the ropes here at 96 to Jakal's 64, but we did see some scare dodging on Jakal's behalf, and Dill has been known to repeatedly capitalize on that.
Watch yourself, no!
Just like Jakal, returning with an up air on the air dodge.
That's scare dodging, right? Like you see that scenario, and it's hard too, right? Because you know there is the option where they go for it instantly. They just upbeat, boom, go for it. But there, it's hard to say sometimes. There's never, like that was a true 50-50. You didn't know if he was going to do it immediately or not.
If he didn't air dodge, he would have been clipped and at that height died. And then if he did air dodge and he waited, then there you go. I mean, sometimes an entire match boils down to decisions like that. And I mean, in a fighting game, it's very typical with rock, paper, scissors dynamics being expressed all throughout with grabs, you know, hits, or even just like dodging, you know, in a situation like that. Jakal says, hi, Mom. But, you know, Dill panic. But, again, it's only the first game. And with every other game going to Game 5, this could be the start of a Game 5 set.
go. He's going to go ahead and take some time, sit here, talk about stages, figure out where they want to go for game 2. Maybe they might just go right back. You know, Smash was a pretty decent stage.
And I appreciate the delay, because sometimes people, you know, they go right back into it. They're like, I thought I could get it. Let me just try it again. But if you fail that second time, that's another game up on the board. So taking your time to correctly pick who you're going to play, what stage you're going to play on is key. And we saw Dill took his time. You know, he had, you know, some luck on Smashville, but we'll see if he can, you know, maybe turn the tide a little bit here on this game too.
Go ahead and use a slight walk back to get some quick positioning to avoid that banana throw. And now it's led to a quick 33% from Jakal, but he's going to get stuffed out by that back air from Dill, and Dill's going to have to make his way back to the stage.
Yeah, and again, like, even though Jakal might not be a name well known across the states, you know, this player's ball is all about high stakes and just furious competition, and he's bringing it. You know, this isn't just like a wash and Dill's taking his money and just continuing in the bracket. I mean, he is fighting for this positionality.
Okay, has Dill off stage. Doesn't do anything with it though. Tries to get a falling fair. Is not quite going to find it. So now Jakal trying to finesse that neutral. Quick micro positioning to make sure he's out of the clutches of Dill. Dill desperately trying to find a grab. Gets one with the command grab.
Monkey flip. Being it smart as usual. Down tilt sends him off stage. We do unfortunately have the banana on platform, which I'm sure Dill didn't want. We do have 2 air dodges in a row. Dill may take note of that. Now trumping him and being off stage, the down smash clips him. Sonic may be able to get back. And, of course, with spin dash sending him to the horizontal, even though Sonic has a very dramatic vertical recovery, the air drift is very minimal. So great awareness on Jakal's part.
Oh, okay. Jumps up right there. An immediate pivot grab. Goes for the spring ride. Not to be able to take him on one quite yet.
And, of course, Jakal opted to up air immediately. And because Dill met the correct response with his reaction of air dodge his own, he didn't die. But, again, if he would have waited, that could have been it. True 50-50.
Make those decisions.
And there we saw it.
Yeah, it's rough, man. You know, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong.
He did it immediately the first time. He's going to do it immediately the second time. No, he delays it the second time. So what about the third time? That sort of conditioning is so important when kill setups, you know, don't come so easy against players who are hyper aware of what you're trying to do.
Just like that, running away with a bit of a lead here, has tacked on 40%. But the thing with Smash 4 is that first 40 to 60% can sometimes be fairly free off of one opening or one conversion for a lot of characters. So it's everything after that that really starts being that extra credit.
Yeah, I mean, Jakal's playing with a great amount of confidence here, dying for the first time in this second game. But Dill taking his time on the platform with Peanut Gun, I mean, it's something that he's definitely going to have to look out for as the match progresses, because as Sonic's able to close out the space, will Peanut Gun be effective?
We're going to be able to find that out in just a moment. There we go, up throw forward, you're going to get
the
some
vortex
damage.
begins, quickly discontinued. Jakal gets out of reach, using banana expertly. We did see him use it against Dill, so of course he's aware. Both of them recovering now off stage, back into neutral. Still flipping with a forward air, yeah.
Chains are coming. We're going to get another forward air. You know, just the tippy of the toes, trying to get some more. Hit him with the footsies, but it's not quite enough. Just walks up and grabs him.
Literally walked up and grabbed him. He didn't have too much an option with banana being right in front of his heel. Jakal caught slipping for a moment, but we have Dill getting something started with an up air after up throw. But Jakal now resets neutral again. Sonic being argued to have such a great safety button with the ability to reset into neutral, coming out with the spring.
There we go. Yeah, just a quick up throw, up air. Manages to kill him off the top of Smashville. No star KO, just utter destruction. I'm going to go ahead and grab that game away. So that was a pretty solid turnaround overall, right? I mean, I feel like, honestly, as far have we had a game not
go back and forth,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did have Sinji start dominantly when he was going against AR Hungry, but then AR Hungry brought it back, and then, you know, we over and over have this sort of shift in momentum, but no game has been one-sided, or no match rather, you know, and with Dill kind of like having that as retort, you know, now it's 1-1. Jakal's now thinking, okay, well, maybe Smash Wheel isn't the pick. Maybe I need to think about how I get back when there's a platform, how his banana play has sort of evolved throughout the set, how I can return. So we'll see in this game 3, back again on Smash Wheel.
Going ahead from peeping the bracket here. Looks like the winner of this will end up facing Mars in the next round of winners. So both of these players, whoever wins, has quite the hurdle ahead of them immediately after, but we're going to see how it all plays out first. We have to get through this game. Jakal already starting off with quite a bit of oppression on Dill.
Yeah, and every game has started similarly, with Dill receiving a little bit more damage than he'd like, or that one would hope for. I mean, sitting at 78% against Sonic is, of course, not ideal.
Jakal goes and grabs the banana. He's actually been very strong about dealing with that projectile, grabbing it out of the air while he can, picking it up.
Yeah, I mean, not only has the matchup awareness from Jakal been, you know, spectacular, also just like using banana against Dill. I mean, Dill has to think about, all right, if I'm going to throw out banana, now I risk it being used against me. Do I pull that move out?
He's sticking with his guns, though, but he's going to go ahead and wait for the platform to push him. Oh.
Great tech, homing attack, unfortunately missing, potentially leading into a zany situation off stage, but the spot dodge on the monkey flip. Jakal is just flipping.
Quick, that one looked true, just went right up there immediately, got that second clap, and now we have Jakal ahead. Once again, Dill going to have to fight back from the bottom ropes, man. He's has to stand back up.
Yeah, and again, I don't think this was expected. I mean, you know, Dill definitely the favorite to win. Dill with, of course, like the understanding that, you know, these are high stakes, playing his best, but, you know, Jakal's putting up a fight. Could be looking at a 2-stock situation if Dill is not putting the hurt on soon. But again, very unexpected of Dill for him to let that happen, so I have pretty good confidence that he's going to fight back and fight back hard.
There we go. Almost gets that forward smash. Just air molecules right in the face of Jakal. Jakal now trying to get his way in and go ahead and do a neutral getup.
And we did see 2 F smashes in a row. Desperation or just being zany. I mean, Dill has to pull off something to get the first stock here on Jakal.
Ooh, okay, that's not going to work. He's waiting, goes for a neutral air. I like the patience exhibited from Jakal, though, to not bite quite yet. Using the spin dash to add some extra pressure, but hasn't committed quite yet.
Yeah, back air sends Sonic off stage. Spin dash back on with the up air to cover his landing. Homing attack missing once again. Will it miss a 3rd time? We'll see. Forward air clipping off Jakal. Now off stage again. Peanut gun and banana expertly evaded.
Yeah, just rolls right through. It doesn't get clip bite on the roll up. Guess might have not been put in the exact spot that Dill needed it.
Yeah, and Dill mashed at a grab there, knowing that every grab could be, you know, huge damage on him from Sonic. Sitting at 137 now against Dill, who 81, you know, Jakal is just widening this lead. Still on the first stop. Frame trapped with back air and then nair too.
This time, jump air dodges in neutral, trying to find an opening for a punish. Hasn't been able to find one. Jakal's looking very poised to take this game 3. Just needs one more conversion.
119 blessed. Dill not looking blessed in this situation, only because 145. Oh, finally, okay.
Yeah.
Seems like the curse did not turn out to be a curse.
Going in.
But no one wants to be 119 against Sonic. I mean, in this
Yeah,
situation, he has all the time in the world to have you approach and just, you know, dictate the dynamics of the match. But, you know, Dill will surely get something started here as he has banana in hand and sees Sonic start to approach a little bit more and more.
Go ahead and hold down this pressure. Gets caught in the air dodge once again. We're seeing he's looking for the landing options. Jakal is ready to close this out, but Dill is still fighting, holding on. Go ahead, go for the down tilt. That won't find it either. But this could be it. That forward air should be and is game 3 for Jakal. Jakal's going to go ahead and go up 2-1 now in this set. Now, this might be the first time this doesn't go to game 5. From the way that Jakal was playing in that game 3, I'm going to go ahead and be a betting man and say that he's going to take game 4 for himself and close it out in a 3-1 victory. But
yeah, and we saw Dill respond graciously. I mean, he's already shaking hands, but at the same time, he recognizes that Jakal, you know, is a strong competitor, just like himself. And that sportsmanship's important because a lot of times we forget you know, why we're here, and that's to like see who the best player is. You know, it's not a shoe-in, It's not who's first seed, second, third. I mean, it's whoever makes the most out of each of these games.
We're back to Smashville once again. Not too much of a surprise there. We're going to get a grab conversion from Dill, tacking on 37%. Not too shabby, but needs to get more winnings in neutral. We see a lot of the time it's Jakal pretty much almost exclusively getting the best out of most of these interactions.
Yeah, Jakal is now a little bit, you know, playing a little bit more even here with Dill as well, keeping pace with him. Important from the other games that started with Jakal way in the lead. Both players are at least in the 60s now.
Throw into a back air. Here we go, spin dash into Nair. Tried and true Sonic combo. Instant air dodge from Dill. Gonna get him away from that back air. But we're actually looking at a fairly tight game right now. He's gonna be able to get the first super leg up there. That punch almost hitting Dill, but Dill jumping up and avoiding fist.
Wow. Making that run start slippery and clipping him with the forward air. Jakal's not getting around here, having that conditioning on the spin dash. Dill doesn't know when he's going to release it. Unanswered.
All right, the back throw
Phenomenal
not
DI,
enough.
phenomenal DI. Delaying the barrels so that it escapes Jakal's back air. I mean, this is now something where you start to get really nervous in Dill's position. This is the potential tournament stock for him, or tournament set rather.
Right. Oh, almost gets that grab. Was going to go ahead and throw him into the blast zone possibly after waiting a little bit for the platform to taxi cab him a little bit, but he won't get that chance. Goes for the throw into the up air. Up air still not enough to kill. Saw enough DI from Jakal, going to keep him in the game.
Popkin stalling on this platform. Banana threat, banana online. Walking up and grabbing, but Jakal spot dodges into a back throw. That must be so devastating only because you knew that you had the read on him, but he responded differently from last time.
Especially the way that Sonic spot dodges. Looks like he's tripping on coal or something. You know, hot floor, just has to dodge the heat and go ahead and get that kill. Now we're seeing that Sonic, or Jakal rather, is just pushing on that pressure even further. Wow!
Wow, banana to down air? Whose man's?
Tries to drag him. Gets a little overzealous, so going to get punished.
So
by
I just want to
a hardy
highlight
forward
that
smash.
Jakal dashed attacked on Dill, crossing him up because of the distance he chose to do it, but also grabbing the banana on the way there. I mean, even though Dill responded with the correct forward smash to close out the stock, that was really good on Jakal's part, and I just want to recognize that.
Definitely strong mix-up, right?
Yeah, I mean, being able to take the banana and cross him up is something that many characters, you know, would dream of doing, but Jakal shows us that he understands the capabilities of this character, and he understands them well, and unfortunately, he got gimped by the spring ride. Great awareness again there by Jakal.
Just dings him on the head, just a little whoop.
Yeah, with barrels being so just so susceptible to any sort of interruption like that.
Man.
Yeah,
anything will do it.
Had Dill potentially instantaneously done barrels, I mean, it could have even still been knocked off. I mean, we've seen situations where it's charging, it gets knocked off. They're on their way and they get knocked off. I mean, it was just perfect. And we'll see it right here. After the forward throw, he's underneath in the air dodge, putting him into great position where he now has coverage from the stage, but he got the spring right where it needed to go.
Right, especially